First story. Wife of 7 years cheated on me with her boss. We have been together a total of 14 years, just rounded out 7 years of marriage. During this time we built a beautiful family, a beautiful life together, moved into a beautiful home, shared many beautiful memories. The past few years have been pressing. I think we fell into a place of overcomfortability, ignoring each other's needs, ignoring each other's cries for attention at the beckoning call of our young kids. I found out on Saturday morning when I asked for her to set up an app on the iPad and she refused to share her password, then accused me of trying to read her messages. I was gobsmacked at the accusation but pressed her before she told me that she didn't want to see a conversation between friends that discussed our marriage woes and considering divorce. She said it was more venting than anything, but it would hurt. It didn't add up, so I pressed some more, asked for the whole truth. She crumbled and said she kissed her boss one time due to lack of attention. I was upset, hurt, but understanding of the need. Not how I wanted this to be handled but still fairly innocent. Then I asked her to see their messages and she said she deleted all of them. I offered to restore them, giving her a get-out-of-jail-free option on the matter, but she was resistant. She then admitted they had some raunchy sexting conversations that would hurt. She wasn't proud. So I backed it up but didn't open anything. In the process I found that she searched how to turn off location sharing. I asked her about it, and she admitted she drove to his house the night prior, a little buzzed, but intentions unsure. She ultimately didn't get out of the car out of fear and came home. This detail came out now days later, but was then followed up by them kissing 3 times. She also had searched BDSM and squirting over this period of time, which are not things we've really experienced. She admits that it's the whole truth. The problem is I have so many tiny lies that it makes it nearly impossible to fully trust this. She spoke with her boss, told him it ends, and he understood allegedly. Her career is important to her. She works hard, and while she offered to leave her job, that is not something I really want to take away. The post period has been good in reforming the bond we shared. We've been having amazing sex and reconnecting on an emotional level that we haven't had in years. I just wonder, am I being a naive chump? Can I really ever get over this and trust her again? I know Reddit is big on divorce, but as someone with kids and a child of divorced parents, this is something that I wouldn't consider lightly. I just want to know, it's possible, right? To get it back? I just want it back. Second story. Am I that bad for potentially losing my relationship? So basically I, 22M, have been long-distance dating my girlfriend, 22F, for just a little over 2 years. The long distance never bothered me because it didn't cost either of us a penny for travel, and we saw each other every 2 to 3 weeks. She did live like 2 states away. Either way, that's really besides the point, but as of recently, she just got a job near my area, and I just finished school not long ago. Obviously, while we were dating, the plan was to eventually move in together like all couples. But I'm really starting to second guess myself. But I want to get the opinion of you all because I don't want this to be a mistake that I regret for the rest of my life. We both have entry-level jobs, so we don't make a whole ton of money. And the more that I think about paying $600 plus for just rent alone in the same city that my parents live in sounds crazier and crazier to me every day. Deep down I think my gut is saying to focus on myself and live with my parents for 2 years, which would put me ahead in life. Another part of me is saying, hey, it's time to grow up and join the real world, and this is just what happens. Time is running out because she wants to move all her stuff up here. But I'm just kind of here like no, because if she does that then I will feel like I have to live with her. And if I do that then I will probably just end up marrying her, and I just don't know if I can commit to something like that at the ripe age of 22. She's a wonderful pretty girl, so there is 100% parts of me that don't want to let her go, but at the same time I feel like I have to do what's best for my future. and just time to let that part of my life go. I also owe it to her to let her know that hey, I want to do what's best for me, and so that she can continue her life and move on. My current lease doesn't end till August, so I keep using that as a barrier, like hey, we can talk about moving in potentially, but my hands are tied until August. Another thing to keep in mind is that she has a couple items here that can be easily transferred into a car. And if she brings any more things down, it won't all fit in a car, so I really don't want her to move her entire life down here and then be like, hey, sorry, we are breaking up. So that's why I feel like this is a ticking time bomb. I know also when I say that it sounds like I don't want to be with her, but I do. Like I said earlier, she's a fantastic significant other, and we get along so well, and I enjoy hanging out with her. I just don't know if I want to be with this girl for the rest of my life. Another thing to note is that she did cheat on me with her ex couple months ago, and we have been doing decent. I feel like I should have dumped then, but the circumstances weren't right for it. But I still feel like it gave me a permanent get out of jail free card, meaning I can break it off with her at any time and not have a specific reason. It's definitely not what you want, but fuck, it happened, and this is the life I am living right now. Update. If you love someone, do you really have to let them go? I, 22M, have been dating my girlfriend and best friend, 22F, for just a little over 2.5 years, and I am at a crossroads regarding what I should do in my situation. Going to try and keep this short, but essentially we were long distance and still kind of are. I work out of state during the week and she works for the airlines. We love each other so much, it's a dangerous kind of love, but we enjoy each other so much. She has a great career and I'm still figuring out what I want to do. I want to get my master's cause I have parents who are willing to support me and pay for it, but she is ready to take that next step and get a place together. If I get my master's, I think I would want to stay at home and save that money. Another thing to note is that she did me so dirty a couple months ago. She had a one-night stand with her ex in the most cruel way possible. It was one of those where she came and told me to my face days later and was truly remorseful, but the damage had already been done. I was so shocked and in disbelief that I couldn't break up with her right then and there because I couldn't grasp what she had done. I can't talk to anyone about it because they will shame me for staying, so that's why I have come here to you all. To her, it feels like all plans are going to schedule, yet on my end, the relationship totally restarted when she decided to cheat. Now she signed a single lease for an apartment that starts in a little over 35 days. I don't want her to be financially stuck here for a year if I'm not sure I'm 100% committed. But at the same time, I don't want to lose her. And maybe this is my forever, and I'm just being stupid. My heart is in agony, and I'm just a guy looking for the best outcome for both of us. Even though she fucked me over, I truly love her, and I want nothing but the best for her, and I do see a future with her. But at the same time, when do I put my needs and wants before anyone else's in my life? Thank you for taking time to read that. I feel like I have nobody to talk to who would understand what is going on. I also am embarrassed to tell people I got cheated on. I love my GF, and I want what's best for both of us, but I have nobody to turn to for advice. Update. My GF cheated on me days after our 2-year anniversary. We were long distance and everything was going great, and I love this girl so much. We are both 22 years old, and she was about to come down the next weekend to celebrate our anniversary and her birthday. Long story short, she cheated on me the weekend before, which was 5 days after our 2-year anniversary. That night, I was on the phone with her till 4 a.m., and she still cheated on me somehow. She came down and confessed, and instead of us celebrating, we bawled our eyes out the whole weekend. It wasn't just a kiss either, they full-on had sex. 8 months later, here I am still with her, and we have amazing times and enjoy each other's company. But I can't escape the pain and images that race through my mind. Also, I truly respected her for coming and telling me to my face what she did. She lives 4 states away and now wants to move here next month. 1-year lease. The reason I didn't break up with her right away is because I was in shock that she was capable of something like this. She was drunk, but that is no excuse. On her end, it seems like everything can go right on schedule, but my end, I'm still suffering in silence with nobody to turn to cause they will shame me for staying. Now I'm second guessing her moving up here, and myself included. One, it's expensive, and I can't guarantee that I'm gonna be there to help her. Why should I? She has no problem fucking me over. I also care about her, and don't just want her to throw money away too. She doesn't have any friends or family in my area except for me. 3. I just graduated and my family said they would cover the cost if I go back and get my master's, which might be the opportunity of a lifetime. 4. Why would I pay $600 plus to live 7 minutes away from my parents' house, where I can stay for free? I loved her so much, but she has caused me so much pain. I truly saw a future with her, and honestly I'm not sure why I'm having such a hard time letting her go. She is a great woman, and I want nothing but the best for her, but at what point do I put my wants and needs ahead of other people's? She is an amazing partner and my best friend, but if I don't draw the line on hooking up with her ex, then what will I ever draw the line for? No matter what, it's a lose-lose situation for me. Thanks for reading. Signed, a truly heartbroken young man. Update. GF had a one-night stand 5 days after our anniversary. I'm totally going through the pain, and now her mom is starting to chime in and I'm just extremely confused. Little backstory: my GF and I, both 22, have been in a relationship for 2.9 years, and 5 days after our 2-year anniversary, she decided to have a one-night stand with her ex. I knew the next morning that something was off. I also knew her ex was at the bar, but I didn't mind cause I trusted her and they didn't talk at all. It wasn't until later that night when he was blowing up her phone and she succumbed to his pressure. To make things worse, she got back from the bars and we called for over an hour until 4 a.m. and she still had him over after that. So there I am sleeping in my bed, thinking my GF is doing the same. Instead, she's writing her ex-BF. She immediately confessed 7 days later when we saw each other, 3 days after her birthday. I still vividly remember me asking her the next night after it happened if she cheated on me, and she gave me 6 long pauses and said no. I knew she did but didn't want to believe it. Her defense is that she wanted to tell me in person, which I respect, but it really don't matter. It's been 9 months since the incident and I haven't talked to anyone about it, so now it's just exploding inside of me. Along with it, she is about to move to my state here in about a month, and I'm just second guessing everything, including myself. She claims that it was a mistake and that she was drunk, and her mom agrees with her. That's fine, but from my point of view, if you kill someone while drunk, you are still going to jail. Also, cheating is not a mistake, it's a choice, so we heavily disagree on that. She didn't have to answer his calls. She didn't have to send him the address. She didn't have to take him to a room. She didn't have to take her clothes off. And she sure as hell didn't have to FCK him. A mistake is leaving the oven on. What she did was cold-blooded. Obviously I should have left when this all went down, but I was in so much shock and couldn't believe that it happened so naturally. I wanted to try and work this out. Now I'm thinking about going back to get my master's, and just have seen much other stuff going on. Her mom and her want to know why I just can't forgive her. And it's like I will never be able to forgive her. Sure, we can move on maybe, but never forgive. Then her mom wants to know if I have checked out of the relationship like that. Yeah, I have a little bit. When at random on any given day I think about her daughter having sex with her ex 5 days after our anniversary and 3 days before her birthday. One part of my head says that I need to have some self-respect and say I refuse to be cheated on, period. The other part of my head says she was extremely remorseful and I love her. At some point, I have to draw the line and say I cannot allow this boundary to be crossed, and if it's not at cheating, then what's it going to be at? These are my principles for a reason, and if I don't follow them or abide by them, then what the fuck am I doing? I'm going to see a therapist on Tuesday cause I need to talk to someone. Hopefully you made it to this point and thanks for reading and dropping some advice. I'm starting to feel like I'm losing my mind. Another thing too, our anniversary and her birthday will never be the same for me cause it's tainted. And it low-key bothers me how after like 3 months, she simply forgot about it and plans can go back on schedule. And for me I feel like everything reset. The mind replays what the heart can't delete. Third story. Want to take revenge on her. What should I do? 23M, 22F. Me, 23M, and my girlfriend, 22F. We're in a relationship for 3 years. We were in an almost perfect relationship as we were that couple in the university. I was planning on engaging her before I found out that she was cheating on me with another dude. Just because he is more wealthy than me. She said to me and a lot of people that she loves me and doesn't love that dude. But she is choosing him because he is financially more stable than me. She tried getting out of that without getting caught. She tried spreading false rumors about me which did not work. She tried making up stories so she could leave this relationship. She even rejected my proposal as I didn't knew she was cheating on, so I did do that. But once I found that she was cheating on me, I just lost all respect for her. She is out of our friend circle immediately, as she was not that respected in our circle, and the only reason they were tolerating her was because of me. Everyone knows that she cheated on me, and by everyone, I mean everyone is on my side calling her a gold digger and a cheater. In short, she has no friends anymore that she made in the last 3 years, and she is now with a classmate of hers, who is like a bodyguard to her. The guy is nice but he is 27 years old and a politician's kid. He likes her a lot and that is why he is acting like a bodyguard to her. He even himself said to me that my girlfriend was wrong, and she is the one who should take the responsibility of everything. But he sticks by her as they are classmates. Keep in mind, the guy she cheated on me with has no clue that she hangs out with this 27 years old classmate of hers. One thing you guys should know is that she is mentally ill. She is taking medication for her mental illness, which makes her mentally not very healthy and physically as well. She often doesn't remember what happened yesterday and things like that. The thing is, I want her to go through the same pain I went through, and I can make her go through hell as I have everything to do that. I want her to feel the fraction of the pain she put me through. Is this revenge going to help me or is it going to make it worse for me? I want her to apologize to me and do anything that would tell me that she is regretting this. Fourth story. 6 years gone. Dog died, she cheated, and kicked me out. All within a month. Our dog died a couple weeks before. She made me feel like the whole breakup was my fault, and told me how much she loves me and didn't want to break up. Stringing me along, fucking me, confusing me. Come to find out she was cheating on me with a guy I know, and they were basically in a relationship before the breakup. The guy is like 10 years older than her. She's 24, I'm 26. I had a dream that she was doing this with the guy it actually was and told her about it. She told me I was crazy and she's not like that. You know how long it took me to open my legs for you, God? What an idiot I am. Who knows how many guys she's been with, all the lies. Just crazy. I've known her 16 years and I don't even recognize her anymore. All I did was be there for her and never hurt her. Nothing was ever enough. Goddamn how blind I was. She strung me along for weeks, but is claiming she was just trying to let me down easy. Who knows what story they're telling people if she'd say all this shit to me and make me feel like I fucked up. Her sister's boyfriend told me everything. She was laughing about how shitty she treated me. She only wanted me for sex. She was with this guy for a bit before everything. I was going to put the house key down one day and she started bawling, convincing me why I would still need it, and I of course gave in. We ordered food, fucked a couple times, spent the night. She cried more, made me feel like it was all my fault. Whole time she was fucking another dude or dudes. She thought I'd never find out and wanted to keep me close. I was grieving our dog and she was fucking guys. How crazy is that? Now in a relationship with the dude. She broke up with me over text and made me feel like it was all my fault. I didn't find out until a couple days ago that she had cheated. Fifth story. Found out wife has been cheating. My wife and I have been together for 8 years, married for 3. Admittedly, when we dated we had our share of tit for tat with other people and eventually split for a while. We remained friends and while separated we eventually decided to reconcile. We got married shortly after getting back together. Since then we've been having fun as usual. Trips with the kids, from previous relationships, none together, events, etc. Several months ago I started noticing a difference in her. Our sex life never suffered but she was noticeably distant, didn't want me around her much. She stopped prioritizing our time together. She started spending more time at work working double shifts. It seemed like she was doing her best to avoid me and our home. On Father's Day we had lunch with the family, then she packed a bag to head to a hotel for the remainder of the day and left me at home. Said she wanted me time. She came home the next day. Fast forward a month later while we were on vacation, and I received a text from an unknown number about her. I confronted her and she gave me a weird explanation. The next morning, I woke up to a bunch of screenshots of conversations between the person and my wife. Plans to be together. How much they loved each other. Texts confirming that she was with them when she went out of town a month prior. Confirmation that they were in town on Father's Day, which is why she was comfortable leaving me at home. Intimate texts. Phone records showing that they talked for hours every day. I have been sick to my stomach since I confronted her. Of course she wants to make things work, but how can I trust her again?